Heyo, JustARandom here. One theory that I've been cooking up on my noggin is what I would like to call... This came to be when I stopped to think while watching Indie Cross for the 87th time, why did Shovel Knight say this?
Why are you trying to hurt this robot?
We've crossed paths with similar machines whose intent was malicious.
You think if Shovel Knight had met this robot before who attacked his home and is shown to be a threat, he'd just start with that. Like, no, this robot is not a nice guy. But then I began to mull it over and it hit me. What if Shovel Knight doesn't know that these two are one of the same? And what if Charlotte realized that and used it to their advantage? Let's go over what we do know. We know that Cuphead, Shovel Knight, Madeline, and Little Ghost were all about in the general vicinity when Charlotte was putting out their dukes up with Frisk, and subsequently won, a line or two encountering Charlotte first and being witnesses to what Madeline labeled as self-defense.
It didn't attack us when we met. It only acts in self-defense.
But if we look over the episode, it was in actuality Charlotte who initiated the conflict by trying to snatch Frisk's real knife. Now, I am the #1 Frisk not defender. That kid was probably gonna tussle no matter what. But it is a fact, Charlotte made the first move. So what's the deal here? Is Madeline dumb?
What? Why?
I mean, she thought this was a sequel, are you kidding me? Here's the thing. The time that these two actually appear on screen next to Charlotte is always whenever she's depowered. There's never a shot of them watching Charlotte actually go tiny or observing the fight happening. And with the smoke, or steam, or toxic fumes, or whatever in the aftermath, I'd say it's reasonable to assume that the two heard some loud sounds and saw this robot, who would leave no evidence of their true form since it evaporated as well, then Madeline's claim of self-defense would have been here. That's important, because from here on out, this is the narrative that Madeline formed in their argument with Shovel Knight, who alongside Cuphead came right at the tail end of this fight. And again, these two didn't see Jack. Heck, they didn't even see the Frisk fight. I don't even think they even saw Frisk, as stated by Shovel Knight Shock here.
You what?
However, they did see Charlotte create the portal that yeeted Frisk into FNAF World.
Can't you just open another one? We saw you do it before you went all...
Further pushing the fact that no one really saw this turn into this. So to Cuphead and Shovel Knight's eyes, this is one of the rogues that they need to take out. And you know what's the worst part about all of this? It's that Charlotte is a goddamn liar and they know it. I see that deception skill check you passed. Sure, they might have been desperate at first, but after they arrive at the city, Charlotte could have called her drones for backup. We know they are in the city, and they have plenty of portal energy to spare. She's aware of this and directly communicated with them over the telephone.
Shit! They jumping me!
But she doesn't. And why would she do that? Well, because it'd blow her cover. And if she whipped out a drone, she'd get called out, since 2, now 3 people, had bad encounters with them beforehand. She'd have to explain herself to the indie gang, which she is venomly against. She uses her drones on people who are not with the main party, and when she does, she made sure to do it so those drones wouldn't get spotted. All because she sees uses for these pawns. Having an immediate bad reaction to any robot will ensure that they will be ready for any attack the rogues will plan. So at the best, they'll take down her enemies, or at the very least act as a distraction. I mean, why else would she know about the Hollow Knight lore? It's because she planned to have these pawns fight for her. And when they've proven their worth, they get tossed away before they could rebel. Hell, I have evidence for this, and it's called the Drifter. Think about it, their first reaction is fighting Charlotte's drones, which we do know it's hers because she calls them later in the episode, and directly afterwards fights the Game Master, assuming they're one of the same. And so this actually comes back in a pivotal moment and helps the group win the fight against Game Master. And so this shows that Charlotte's plan of getting people to dislike any kind of robot is actually working. But not for Charlotte, because Charlotte is the nice guy. They're the friendly guy that's gonna help them get home. But again, that wasn't their original plan, because we saw what she was doing to Shovel Knight's world. She merely wanted power, but when things didn't go her way, she needed to adapt. She needed to think of something else.